Water is a prerequisite of all life. But in Namibia, water is a very scarce resource. Even so, Namibia offers enormous biodiversity. And here are people that have lived for thousands of years in true harmony with nature. Using natural resources in a sustainable manner is also the basis of ecotourism. Among the deserts and sand dunes of Namibia, you will encounter surprises and, believe it or not, fantastic sport fishing events. Namibia is far away. It's a 12-hour trip from Frankfurt by way of Johannesburg in South Africa. The youngest nation in Africa, Namibia became independent in 1990 after 100 years of colonization, first by Germany and then South Africa. We arrive at Windhoek, the capital city. Namibia is 4 times the size of Great Britain, while the population is a mere 1.5 million. This is due to the harsh environment. Windhoek is an oasis with a population of 150,000. Namibia has few inhabitants, but there are at least 11 different types of people here. First came the Bushmen. Bushman paintings have been found which are 27,000 years old. Today, they are one of the smallest groups and are now becoming assimilated into civilization. The Herero is a large group. The dashing hat style of the Herero women was copied from the wives of Finnish missionaries in the 19th century. To the north lies a long strip of land surrounded by Angola, Zambia, and Botswana. Caprivi Wildlife Reserve is one of the greenest areas in Namibia. Our destination is the Zambezi River to the east, but first a stop at the Lianshulu Lodge. The final part of our trip is guided by the guinea hens. A 2-day drive brings us to our lodgings, where wild animals surround us, and we know we are far from home when there are no telephones around.
There are 4 of them in the group, over.
A typical day in Africa. Monitor lizards slither through the grass, and monkeys steal our food. The owners of the lodge have started an interesting project. An entire village has been built where the local population benefits from tourism through entrance fees and the sales of handicrafts. The aim of this project is to preserve wildlife in the region, but how can that make sense? Well, the Africans have always faced problems such as big cats killing livestock and elephants trampling crops. So it's understandable that these animals have always been killed. Long-term alternatives that suit both man and beast must be found. The increase in tourist-based income is a motivation to preserve the animals, which are Africa's top attraction. So the problem is transformed into an asset.
This is a songololo. When he's unhappy, he gives off like a yellowish dye, which has a very pungent smell to it. They have a very hard outer shell.
The tiny, the huge. Do not get too close to the hippos. They are among the most dangerous animals found in Africa, even if they do look cuddly. Or what does our 15-year-old from Sweden say? Aren't they cute, Jens?
Ja, så länge de är på det här avståndet så är väl ingen fara. De kommer de närmare så är inte jag kvar här.
It's claimed that a hippo can run faster underwater than a man can on land. Soon we'll be able to see this for ourselves. The rule is, if a hippo looks at you and dives, you go. Go fishing, for example. We are on the Kwanda River, which runs into the Zambezi.
Wonderful fish. Wow, what a fish.
Oh, kolla vilken akvariefisk. Kolla vilken.
Beautiful.
These are unfamiliar waters for us, so every new fish surprises us in color and shape. Here's a nice big cichlid.
Robusta. En robusta.
Tvungen att få igång syresättningen igen. Dra dem fram och tillbaks.
The temperature of the river is nearly 30 degrees centigrade, so the fish must be returned carefully so that they are given a chance to catch their breath. But it is frightening, since there are plenty of crocodiles here.
Så.
We've been promised a close-range view of crocodiles right now in the middle of the night. Just the right size. The Zambezi at dawn, with the neighboring Zambia over there. One of Africa's largest rivers teeming with crocodiles, the full-size ones. But why should we worry if the people who live here don't seem to? And here's a fish that's not afraid of crocodiles, related to the piranha, the tigerfish, a very ferocious fish that can weigh up to 30 pounds. The jaws are comprised of bony plates and 16 large, sharp teeth, not exactly easy to hook.
Det som är något av det viktigaste och det första man ska tänka på, det är att man ska köra med vajer. För garnityret i de här fiskarna, det är helt sanslöst.
We use kusama wobblers. They are made of a hard foam plastic that hopefully will resist the powerful jaws of the tigerfish. We've also removed the triple hooks and are replacing them with a large single hook. Usually the original hooks would be strong enough, but we don't want to take any chances with these dinosaurs of the fish world. During the violent struggle, we run the risk that the fish will throw a triple hook or even straighten it. So the safest bet is to use a sturdy single hook. The tigerfish is a trophy fish, so sport fishermen from all over the world come to the Zambezi River for a good fight. This means that many people get work.
We have 11 employed, and there's 8 men and 3 women. Their work consists of being boat drivers, barmen, cooks, etc. The salary that we pay them, all in all, supports about 100 people. The money is used, they spread it out amongst their families.
And Kalizo is only one of many fishing camps, so the tigerfish provides many villages with a living. Therefore, tigerfish are carefully maintained. Only the large ones are caught, while those under 10 pounds are released immediately. Trolling at 3 knots up and down the Zambezi. We can see them. We can feel them.
Tiger.
But we can't seem to catch them. This was much harder than we expected.
Oj, oj, oj! Finarna båda ut mig. Back the boat, back!
Bra, tack.
Okay, start to reel as we go. Start to reel as we go. Start to reel as we go.
Måste hålla kontakt med den hela tiden.
Ja. It's a huge tiger.
Oj. Yes. Där.
That is huge!
Vilken bjässer!
Look at the teeth. I'm a monster.
Vad fet!
That's 7.5 kilos easy.
The tigerfish bring us both joy and fear. Those teeth sure inspire respect. And they strike like lightning.
Det är livsfarligt.
The water here is really very clean. There are no factories or larger cities upstream to threaten the ecological balance and abundance of wildlife maintained by the Zambezi River on its short stay here in Namibia. One of the natural enemies of the tigerfish is the African fish eagle. But the greatest natural enemy of all fish is Örjan Lundholm of Sweden. If he is using his fly rod, that is, he usually gets what he wants. Often he ends up getting a world record on fly. That happened on the Ural River during the expedition Beluga. This beluga measured 7.5 feet and weighed 150 pounds and was caught on a now classic fly,
Silver beluga.
During the expedition Kenya, he caught a Nile perch on Lake Victoria. This one weighed 3 pounds and set a new line class world record, using a Christmas tree fly, of course. So what will our man and his glitter cause this time?
For today I would like you to pick up the fly.
From the Christmas box. Do you make them?
Yeah.
From Christmas decorations?
Yeah.
What I want you to get is a tiger.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course. This is tiger territory.
And this is the silver tiger from now on.
Okay.
Hello?
But the entire day passes without even a nibble.
Och guiden lovade oss att vi skulle få massa fisk idag. Men man har ju varit med förr då guider har lovat.
He starts by complaining about the guides, and by the end of the day, he's blaming the boat.
Det här är ju som gjort att aldrig få upp någon fisk i den här båten.
We've been out since 5 this morning. We're tired and hungry. We want to get back to the camp. Not Örjan, though. He's got his mind made up.
Det är väldigt mystiskt att kasta med ståltafs. Vad ska man göra då de är fulla av tänder, de här fiskarna? De knipsar visst av 0,80 i lina bara rakt av. Jag är tvungen att chansa helt enkelt. Och fiska med ståltafs. Kasttekniken blir ju därefter.
By now, he's complaining about everything, and finally, even he realizes it's time to give in.
Börjar kännas rent ganska inte. Härligt! Vilket blixthugg alltså. Hoppas nu att du sitter alltså. Kolla! Han hugg och vilket hugg sen. Gud, jag bränner på fingrarna. Hoho! Härligt! Härligt, härligt! Hur gör djur? Nu kommer han här, nu kommer han. Oj, oj, oj. I think he's coming now. No! Yeah! Vilket hånflin alltså. Thank you. Det här bör nog vara världsrekord på den här 10 kilos fluglinan. Kolla vilken firre. Oj, oj, oj. Du har ju tänder för en 50 kilos fisk alltså. Oj, 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 vilken fisk. Det här är livet alltså.
Happy again.
Ja. Nytt världsrekord. Och kolla en fettfena. Precis som det ska vara en lax. Och vilka nyp han har i käkarna alltså.
The jaws of the tigerfish are unusual since the upper jaw is jointed like that of the lower jaw so that it can take larger bites.
Någonstans mellan 3 och 4 kilo. Du ska behöva gå till tandläkaren.
We're on our way to Etosha National Park. Namibia's largest concentration of wildlife is located here. They come in droves during the summer rains, enticed by the salt and minerals, because in the heart of the national park there is an enormous salt flat. Thousands of years ago, this was a lake. Etosha Pan, 130 kilometers long. Etosha means place of mirages. Can you identify the master around here? That's right. A kudu male, one of the most beautiful animals at Etosha. The big cats here are just like the small ones at home, just slightly more dangerous. To the south, in Okonyima, is a tourist camp which uses its income to try to save endangered cats, particularly the leopard and the cheetah.
AfriCat is a project that we've started at Okonyima. We take trapped cheetah and leopard from farmers and we rehabilitate them and release them back into the wild. Cheetah and leopard are endangered species, and we also try and teach new farming methods as well as adapting old farming methods to enable farmers and predators to coexist.
Inside the camp there are 2 orphan cheetahs. Since they've been with people from such an early age, they wouldn't be able to make it in the wild on their own. Now they're tame. However, this does depend on the behavior of those around them. Wind protectors and microphones are made for chewing.
They think that thing's a rabbit.
And kudu.
Tame animals abound at Okonyima. Take Elvis.
Elvis, eat with the spoon. 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 Pick up your spoon, eat with it. He's my son. Got attached to him, so he became part of the family. He was confiscated by nature conservation from some people that had him in a small cage.
Wayne Hansen, Elvis's dad, can tell us about that other big cat endangered by man, the leopard.
These cats, they are known to jump into trees up to, say, 2 meters to the first fork with about its own weight, equivalent thereof, in its mouth. Because of their special hunting skills they acquired, they are now using that in a negative effect against the farmer. We are trying to see if we can find a solution for the farmer. But I cannot tell a farmer not to shoot a cat. The main reason is because it's catching his calves. But generally, a leopard will keep to smaller prey, because a leopard is a solitary cat. Now, if he hurts himself, he will die of his injuries because there's no other cat to do any hunting for him. So he's got to make sure that he is healthy all the time. He obviously will stick to smaller things, like baboons.
Now we are leaving the green, and far out on the desert steppes live the Ovahimba. For hundreds of years, the Ovahimba have roamed the desert with their livestock, looking for water and range for grazing. And they've lived on what their livestock can provide. The Ovahimba refuse to participate in what we call civilization. They have no need of it. The women use a mixture of beef tallow, ground aromatic plants, and powdered red ochre, which gives this makeup its color. This is done to beautify as well as protect the skin. The men use plain tallow. Jewelry also plays an important part in the identity of the Ovahimba people. Sometimes pretty objects from the outside world slip in. The last leg of our Namibian expedition to Swakopmund, to the ocean. This coastal town clearly shows its German colonial past. To the north lies the infamous Skeleton Coast, named for the many lives and boats that have been lost here, ever since man began sailing the seas. The Atlantic is particularly rough here. 100,000 fur seals on Cape Cross, one of the world's largest colonies of seals. These belong to the eared seals. The Namib Desert stretches along the country's coastline, 1,600 kilometers. Few creatures, but rich on minerals.
They're called ironstones because of their high iron content, but here in Namibia, we sometimes call them singing stones because they sing when you hit them. But then again, some of them don't, and some of them do.
The Namib is the oldest desert on Earth. The word Namib means no life, but this isn't entirely the case. This part of the desert is called, locally, the Moon Landscape.
The sand diving lizard. It's got a shovel snout, which enables it to dive into the sand. The feet have fine, long scales on them, which enables it to swim through the sand.
The sea, however, is teeming with life. The cold northerly Benguela current from the Antarctic creates an enormous biological profusion. As the seals indicated, well, everyone that loves fish is here. The fishing here is marvelous. And the scenery impressive. We're here for the shark, and in Namibia, shark fishing is different since you don't need a boat. We're gonna take them from the beach.
Det känns väldigt underligt att stå mitt i en jättestor sandlåda och fiska haj. Det stämmer liksom inte riktigt.
This technique is called surf casting. It's very special. Our guides tackle a powerful rods and reels and fresh mullet as bait.
Mustard hooks, a 10-0 and a 9-0, and we've got some steel wire on here.
And a 7-ounce sinker. Now we've got to place our bait some 120 meters out to reach the sharks. Only the guides can pull that off. Then the fate of the shark is in our hands.
Now, hit. Yeah, again. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, now. Calm. That's it. Nice and calm. You've got plenty time now. Now when you go down, you pick up line. Down the rod, down more. Okay, now lie back into it.
One of the smallest species, a dog shark. The sharks here are much stronger than you would expect for their size. They are sheer muscle with eyes and teeth. In cooperation with the Namibian Ministry of Fisheries, the measurements and data of all sharks are recorded. After that, they are numbered and released again. The idea is to discover more about how sharks live.
It's a submarine. What sort of shark is it?
This is a cully shark.
Your hit must be instant to keep the shark from swallowing the hook. Here's a perfectly hooked cow shark. The cow shark is the most unreliable one of the small sharks. They don't like us at all. Another spotted gully. But the largest species of shark in these waters is the copper shark. The commotion with the smaller sharks has rumored out to sea, so it will show by evening. The first sign that a copper shark is around, you'll see on the person holding the rod.
Har bromsen på det tyngsta den ändå...
Jag vägrar sätta mig ner. Hjälp mig med spöten!
The copper shark, I give him a 50-50 chance. It's not a fish, it's a machine.
En koppar här.
Wolfie and Henry are Namibia's best fishing guides and shark experts, and they don't hesitate to land them with their bare hands. Magnus caught his first copper shark, a small one, and so did Martin.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your neck?
They get bigger by the hour, these fighters of the deep. But we have been beaten by the biggest, so Wolfie will show us how to do it right. A master at work.
There's not much around a technique. The big thing is you mustn't tire yourself.
It's irritating to come ashore and be measured and to get sand in your teeth. But a shark's gotta do what a shark's gotta do.